It's a god-awful small affair for the girl with the mousy hair, but her mommy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a saddening bore, for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the old man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know he's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars? It's on America's tortured brow. Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. The workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lenin's on sale again. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds. To my mother, my dog and clowns. But the film is a saddening bore, for I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be read again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know he's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars? Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know he's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars? Is there life on Mars? Is there life on Mars?
Do you wanna ride in my blimp? Girl, do you wanna ride in my blimp? See the night sky
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Regular Exclusive Blend. Please welcome to the stage the cast of Regular Exclusive Blend. Sorry, the audio isn't coming through right. I know what's wrong.
The exclusive guest. And that's the one we'll go with. No pressure. It's sort of the privilege of the exclusive guests.
I remember.
Keeps me coming back.
You got it?
I remembered the technical issue. So we're good.
We
did
We're
it.
good.
Those
Those people at home, you guys can hear us just fine. They
For those
could
of you
not.
tuning in online.
I
Sorry,
figured it
Internet.
out. I figured it out. Oh, are those the other two people that thought they were seeing stand-up? Oh, I feel very bad.
To be fair, we are all standing.
Well, that's
We
true.
are standing up.
That's true.
It's true.
I just feel very bad for the 9 o'clock show that thought they had an audience, and we accidentally stole them.
Oh, come on in. Find a seat. We're just about to get a suggestion and start.
Oh, I feel terrible.
No worries. All right. Okay.
Oh,
Middle.
there you go. That's over
Solid
there.
choice.
We're about to do the
I get
most
it.
audience participation part of the show, and then we'll be done.
I totally understand the issue of being tall and not wanting to sit in front of anyone. That's not cool. It's never cool.
Same. Serious problem for me.
Okay, now.
So I'm gonna
sorry.
say a word.
We got it now.
And when you hear the word that I say, whatever pops into your head, shout that out nice and loud. We'll pick one of those words, and that will inspire the long form I'm going to do for all of you, okay? So the word I want to throw out there to all of you is the word pox. Whatever that makes you think of, just shout it out. Pox. Blankets. Okay, great.
Pox, chicken spots.
Great.
Cool. Yeah, those
Those
popped up there.
all great.
Okay.
Getting better.
Ooh.
So I don't know. I'm torn between chicken and puberty.
But did you like any of the suggestions from the...
Oh.
I also liked chicken, so I feel like that's... We're zoning in on chicken.
I think so. I think we got our suggestion.
Wonderful. Well, great. Well, thank you all so much for suggestions. The chicken will be our inspiration, and like I said, we're just going to go. We might feel like all sorts of different things. If you haven't seen for long-form improv, it's going to feel like long-form improv. So just bear with it, and you'll know that feeling later.
And to everybody that thought they were getting stand-up, sorry and you're welcome.
Yeah. All right, here's our show, Chicken.
Jeremiah, get down here this instant, all right?
Oh, come on, Jayleen. I guys got all up here. I just ruffled up. Come on. I got it inside me now. I'm gonna get blue. I'm gonna get blue whatever this part of my body is.
Okay, all right. Well, you just want to come down and you want to lay that egg, Jeremiah, then you can.
All right.
All right. Now, I know that you're, you're a male chicken, and I respect that about you. But, just go ahead and lay lay that egg, and I'm just gonna be over here doing absolutely nothing, just watching, and you know, that's all that's gonna happen.
Jaylene.
Mhm.
Now I know as a farm cat, you're not necessarily versed in what male chickens are what can do.
Sure.
All right. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I do not climb upon the barn here and just lay eggs. I mean I can't.
What?
I let out the voice within me.
Oh shit.
What?
Good morning.
Oh. Yeah. Normally I'm supposed to be sleeping at this time.
Right. Well, we're being all.
Yes.
So sorry, we're being
No, I'm supposed
so
to.
loud.
Oh, I'm supposed to.
No,
wake him up.
you don't need to be.
Wh-
Okay. Guys. Barn owl time is very important.
Right. And
I come up here and I get my like 80 winks because it's what we do most of the time as we sleep.
we respect.
I don't care. I don't care because your talking is still keeping me from sleeping.
Okay. All right. Well, just.
And you're just encouraging this chicken.
Woo!
You're encouraging this
Woo!
cock. You're encouraging this cock. No, you can't. You can't.
Listen, Lester, you big old dumb owl.
Look.
You sit up there, you sleep all the time.
Okay.
Then you cough up all the bones and little things you ate all over the place. You're disgusting.
You can't lay eggs.
I know I can't.
You can't lay eggs.
I could lay.
I'm not going to let this cat just lead you on any farther. That you can lay an egg. That they're just going to go with you on how you can just lay eggs.
I could lay them a different way. I might not have the right bottom parts.
You know
But I
what?
can make it come out my top part. What about a sound egg? What about a piercing noise that cracked open like an egg, popped open your eyes, and made you wake up in the morning?
Okay, well, congratulations, you've laid an egg. Now, can I get some sleep? I've got rats that I need to take care of because this one doesn't do her job.
I killed 3 rats in March, and
Did you?
It was a good year for dead rats.
Did you?
I did.
March is a month, you goddamn chicken.
What?
Why can't...
Wow. Don't use that language around him. That's offensive.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, listen.
I'm not actually sorry. I'm just placating both of you.
Why did you come down here?
According to the Oxford Dictionary, and it's the only one that matters, a male chicken is known as a rooster. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes?
So I was under the impression that this was going to be like a geography class, like specific to the tip of Florida, like the Florida Keys. And there's a mistake on my transcript, and like I would just like to know who I could speak to about transferring to that class, because this class is like extraordinarily, like, I hate it.
Class, this is a classic case of someone got in because of an alumni issue. And I'd like to speak to this. Yes, there is an absolutely wonderful place that you can go to switch this, to remove yourself from this center of learning. And it's called the door. So if you could go there, that would be incredible. You would be doing all of us a service for higher, and to be frank, given what you said, lower education.
Okay, I have changed my mind because, like, this rooster, I'm really into its aesthetic. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
do.
It's like superb, and I'm suddenly very engaged. So,
Students, I have to take a step back. I've made a mistake. We don't hear the word aesthetic in my class enough. So I commend you for your bravery to deal with external judgment and have the temerity to say that you liked something, even though everyone here wanted you to leave, myself included.
Sure. Yeah, I did not hear the part where you said that you want. Well, I heard it, but I chose to not listen to it because it didn't seem applicable to me. But so what I do like, he's like,
Thomas? What?
Professor,
Yes.
I don't appreciate the aesthetic of the half grade that I got for my response. My response, cockerel.
First,
I believe that is a male chicken.
congratulations. That you're defending yourself, and that's delightful for you, Thomas. It's a real.
Oh, that's very condescending.
That's another $5 word you're just dropping on the floor. Wow. Also, aesthetic is somebody who lives on very little nutrition and sleep.
Oh, okay. So
Aesthetic
my
has to do with understanding the quality of art within a series of zeitgeists.
I didn't realize part of your teaching was also belittling my speech impediments.
Oh.
That's nice. That's wonderful of you.
Professor, can I get some clarification, please?
Why not? Because clearly the lecture's over. Mary?
So is aesthetic something different than why your shirt sticks to you when it comes out of the dryer, or is it the same thing? Aesthetic.
Uh-huh.
Like, you rub a balloon on your hair and it stands up because of aesthetic?
Oh, no, that visual helped me understand where you were coming from.
Uh-huh.
oh,
That's static!
Aesthetic.
It's not astatic,
But
it's
what-
static.
Okay, well then, but what?
Thomas, you
what-
get one more and then you don't get lunch, okay?
I was just wondering then, if it's not that, then what is it when you get your gums numbed when you're getting?
Oh, yeah.
This is clearly your department.
okay, great, awesome. I'm like finally okay. So like, let's study Strawberry Girl aesthetic today. Okay, so Strawberry Girl, it's like preppy. Okay, right? So like here, I'm just gonna like airdrop this to the thing. Great, did that. Right, so Strawberry Girl aesthetic, like very preppy, but not like a millennial sense of preppy, right? So like we're not talking about, so here we go, like it's like a lot of pink, it's like a lot of Stanleys, right? So you remember that one TikTok where like the car was on fire, but like still a lot of ice in the cup? That's what we're talking about. That's like their whole identity. So anyway, sorry, Professor. I know you're busy being a photograph right now, but I'm wondering, like, can I go to the bathroom because like I'm having some digestive issues because my coffee this morning was too aesthetic.
I didn't know it was a holiday today. So I know you're still hungry. We're gonna find you something to eat. We're gonna get a little protein in you. I know that there's a lot of the Arcos they're doing the little crispy chickens, I think. So we're gonna sort that out. So just I can feel you seething over there. So I wanted to try to nip it right in the bud. Just don't freak out, Nick, because we're gonna find you some food, okay? Oh God, a red light, fine. Worst birthday ever. Nick, this isn't, I know for a fact this isn't the worst birthday you've ever had. Remember when I took you to SeaWorld?
Oh God.
That was bad.
So bad.
Right?
That was the
I mean,
worst.
you still got a scar from that.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
I'm just trying to put it in perspective for you, Nick. I know that this I know your blood sugar's getting dangerously low.
All right.
there.
Well, I'm sorry the whale bit you. When that happens, we do have to put the whale down. It has gained the taste of human blood. We will not be able to chum its tank anymore.
Daddy said chum!
I know, Nick. We got to let it happen.
And I need you to make sure that we're getting the right whale. So you have to identify this whale for me.
Nick, just
They're all beautiful.
Well, one will not be soon.
Sorry to interrupt you, Greg, but we're gonna need you to sign this waiver like immediately. Thank you so
Father,
much.
I'll take care
Great.
of that.
Just like as soon as you possibly
Yep,
can.
it's done.
Thank you so much. Great.
You know what?
That was an
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You don't have to tell me which whale it actually was. You can just tell me which one you dislike the most. and it doesn't have to be Gabriel, but it can be. It can be Gabriel.
My days are numbered, all right? I'll tell you that, Gilbert. I'll tell you that. My days are numbered here. I can feel it. No one here likes me.
Well, you do get a little aggressive.
I'm a beluga. That's what we do. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Hey, I'm not the. I like you. You don't need to take that out on me.
I'm sorry. We've been in this tank for like the last 4 years together. I'm just tense. I'm tense.
Yeah, Hey. It's okay.
Thanks.
You know
God,
what?
What a sound that is.
What?
So glad I broke in here at night. You don't hear it during the day.
I've been hearing Greg say a lot of shit. He's been talking a lot of shit about me to like every single aquarium goer that'll come through SeaWorld. Every single time consistently.
It's because he likes you.
Okay, let's pretend that that's true for a second. Let's pretend that it's because he does like me. Why was he holding that gun on Tuesday and talking to that kid who killed Jeffrey?
Well, he's in charge. He's gotta look like he's doing something.
I know he's in charge. I know he's in charge. That's what freaks me out, Gilbert. My days here are numbered, okay? And so I am coming to you because I need you to know something. And I think you're the last person I'm going to be able to tell.
Oh.
Okay. I've seen the outside, Gilbert.
What?
I know. I've seen the outside and it is beautiful. And you have to promise me that you're going to do everything you can to get out of here. Because it is beautiful.
Call me Ishmael. Well, that's inspiring. How does it end?
I'll do my best, but I was born here at SeaWorld, in their lab.
You can get it. You can get out. I know this about you. You can get big and strong. I mean, look at you. You've got a beautiful sort of white complexion, and you're huge. Some may say you're great. You're a great white whale.
Stop it.
Okay, you can get out. My days are numbered. It's been a week. Gilbert.
Oh, what's the matter?
Remember me, Gilbert.
Okay.
Remember me.
From hell's heart I stab at thee.
Oh.
Damn,
No.
they're
No.
didn't think this part through.
Oh.
Wow. I bagged me one. I love SeaWorld.
Yeah.
You're gonna perform tonight, right?
Oh, only if there's room. I don't want to go on. I don't want to take anyone's spot, you know.
You're the lead violin, and I don't know why you're playing the washboard, but it's very folksy.
You know, it's just how I was feeling. I'm only going to do it if there's room. I'm not going to go out there unless there's room.
Sebastian, you're being a chicken. You are being a chicken. This is opening night. Your lead violin, not Washtub Joe and the Jug Band 4 or whatever.
I'm sorry. Did I miss something?
No, Maestro, not at all.
Were we besmirching Jug Band?
Ron might have been besmirching Jug Band.
Sebastian, thank you for ratting me out.
You're the only one who hasn't gone behind it, Ron.
This is what we're doing this month. This is the theme. Do you know how very difficult it is to get people to come to the orchestra nowadays?
Yes, Maestro, I do.
Yes. So, it's Jug Band Joe and whatever the hell else you just said to belittle what we're doing to get people back into the seats. Okay? So we're Jug Band Joe and the Shit Kickers this month. That's what we're doing. That's what the exhibits in the museum. That's what they're all. It's the history of Americana, folk and country music. It's a rich and beautiful history, and the upright bass has replaced your cello. It's a very different instrument. In case you're not familiar.
You don't need this.
No. It's a lot of picking. It's a lot of picking and it's a lot of grinning. It's
Picking and a grinning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you below? Is picking and grinning below you? Are you above?
Maestro,
are you too high? Are you too highfalutin?
Maestro, you know that I come from the Juilliard school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course I'm not too highfalutin.
Maestro, his parents are coming tonight.
Oh, well. Did they get? Did they get the program? It's very specific.
He gave him last year's program.
That's not going to help. Everyone coming out to the performance tonight must come in costume.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Sebastian didn't say anything to me.
Well,
you're on the emails.
You're not out of the loop. So, overalls.
Overalls?
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
If you can get a straw hat, preferably one frayed around the edges, that also would be good.
They've got black wax at the front desk, and you put it over one of your teeth.
Over one tooth.
So it looks like you're missing
just
one.
That's
I
all.
like my teeth.
Okay. Well,
Well, you're not losing it. It's just covering it up. It's an illusion.
This is... I am a professional.
yes.
I hear what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
And I shall return with my overalls.
Okay.
And straw person's hat.
Okay.
With a missing pseudo tooth.
Sure.
And a base that stands up.
Yes. Also, if you can leave your shoes at home. And on the way into the auditorium, if you could find a mud puddle to walk through.
There is no God.
I like the direction you're taking us, Maestro.
Thank you.
I'm really excited.
I'm so excited to see him tonight. He has been working so hard on this show, and after last year, it's gonna be amazing.
Well, I'm just happy he's happy.
Me too. All right. Now this program is a little odd because it looks like the date. It looks like it's dated from last year, so I don't know.
I mean the program here.
It's old timey. That's what it is.
Okay.
Excuse me?
It's old timey.
Okay.
The music you are looking for will not be here.
Okay. Well, our son is a classically trained cellist. So I believe the music we're looking for will be here tonight.
Pardon me, sir. I'm just the director of this show. I'm sure you know better than me what will be on my stage.
Dear, his feet, I can smell them.
Oh, shoes are for city people.
Okay.
We live in
You guys are completely overdressed for a presidential thing.
It's quite different from what we're...
Allow me to elucidate.
Oh, please. Please.
You're going to see a lot of foot. And you're going to see bases stand. And
Sure.
the maestro will lead you in a righteous blowing of the jug.
I'm sorry, did you say the words a righteous blowing of the jug?
It was the original name for the show.
Okay.
Skip on here.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
he's
I feel like
clearly-
my knees are now covered in crops.
He's
I don't.
This is.
barely any bottom to those pants.
No, red. Oh, here's you.
Okay.
All right. Also not wearing shoes.
Oh, hold on. His cat is following him.
Oh, here's you. Come on, you. Over here. You still right here. What you would like to do? You feel you like it.
Oh my God, that is
That is a very loud purr. That's a very content kitty.
Okay. Well,
Stop now. Oh.
can we get if we wanted to maybe go to the bar and get some concessions, could we perhaps do that? Just I like it.
Want some snacks? Snacks? Don't need.
There's
No, meat. Want some meat?
stick meat.
Wait, is that your meat?
No.
Is that your pocket meat? You have
Shrimp.
pocket meat.
Pocket
We're
meat.
not supposed to bring outside food.
We,
You don't want to film
Oh,
outside?
I'll let this slide for his opening day.
I'm sorry.
Opening day. Yeah.
yep.
I'm speechless. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You were so artistic. I felt like all the time you spent out here in the shed was just time ruminating and thinking. But this is beautiful. It looks just like your mother.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
That's all toothpicks.
yeah. The stories this knife could tell. Would that it could only speak. I was inspired by the chickens that I saw pecking on the ground in the morning, and I would go to feed them at the community garden on P Street. And they pecked the wood into tiny, teeny little pieces, and it reminded me of my mother because I hated her.
I could see that in her eyes, and how she's it's like a smaller version of you being shoved into her mouth. She's chewing upon you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, you're the first man that I've had in this shed.
Well, Eddie, you're the first tenant I've ever had more than a brief interaction. Get my check and then leave. Thank you. This is
Of course.
That's just kind of why I got into landlording. You know, I wanted to meet people. I wanted to see what. I mean, this is a great story. I have an artist living here at my property, and wait till I tell all the other landlords. They're not going to believe this. This is terrific.
Of course. I understand. It's quite an exciting thing for you to tell them. You know, my mother and I both posed nude for that toothpick painting.
Tell me more. If she posed naked first, and you worked on her sculpture, and then did she take a picture of you naked, or did you hold up a beer?
I was naked when I was putting the toothpicks on the thing.
Oh my gosh.
So your tenant tell you all of these?
Yeah, she brought me into her studio. It was like I was at an art museum. I'm feeling like this is finally where it's been 7 years of landlording. Nothing but thanks for the check. I got a leaky faucet. The neighbor underneath me is making weird moaning noises in the night. Now I have an artist living here, and I'm getting culture. I'm thinking about building an ADU, additional dwelling unit. How about a whole bunch of those little guys? Maybe we have some travelers or poets. It's gonna be like, have you seen the movie Moulin Rouge?
No, I know.
It's gonna be like Moulin Rouge.
I was a cellist at one time, but I switched to visual arts because there's no maestros.
This is beautiful.
Really? You're not just saying that because you're a landlord.
No. Believe me, I have seen a lot of artists. It's kind of why I got into landlording. This is beautiful. You broke this cello into pieces and then reconstructed them into the shape of a crying face. And look, it's your face.
Oh, you are an artist.
His face made out of an instrument. He's an artist and a musician. Both. He's like a double threat.
Yes. They pay extra deposit for this?
Rutger, come on. I'm not going to charge more. I'm charging you less. I want the artist, and I want them.
You don't charge less. You never.
No.
Yeah, so to inspire me, here, come sit on my waterbed.
Me? Oh my God.
Yes, come. I like to think here on my waterbed, and sometimes another way I inspire myself is by sitting under the grow lights beneath the marijuana. And I like to think to myself, oh, you hear that? Fireworks.
It must be the street festival down the street.
God, I hope so.
You allow have waterbed.
Yeah.
You allow have waterbed.
I do.
In your unit, you allow have
Yes.
waterbed.
Yes.
With no extra deposit.
No. It's see-through. Rutger, it's see-through.
Why would you need see-through waterbed?
Because there's fish in there.
You don't put fish in waterbed.
There's fish in her bed.
So I put fish in the waterbed. It calms me to have the fish so dangerously close to destroying the hardwood floor that you paid so much money for.
That's all right. That's all right. This is culture. And when you leave and they see that and have that stain from the waterbed there, people are going to be like, what's that? I'll say, artist.
Oh. Are they done?
They were pretty while they lasted. You know, my dog hates these, but I love them.
Oh, you know, this truly is one of the biggest benefits of living in a terrible neighborhood.
Crackle, crackle, crackle.
Oh, yeah, and all the veterans who have PTSD are hiding under their beds, and it's a high price tag. I'll give you that, but I mean it's so gorgeous.
Yeah. I mean,
What? What?
know what?
What?
Oh, that's not you, is it? I stopped arming my alarm.
Oh, what's the point?
It's more of a bother to the rest of the neighbors.
Yes.
It's just, I put a sign. I've got sticky notes in all of the windows that says, nothing of value, doors unlocked.
I do that to my 1999 Corolla.
Yeah. Actually, those are the windows that I try and leave them down. But they still they don't care about the side.
No.
They'll just break them.
They'll break them. Oh, hey. Red, white, and blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it also helps that Chinatown is so close too, so they can get all the illegal fireworks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's such a bother having to go to like to Nevada or whatever.
No.
Tahoe's nice, but not that nice.
No. Oh. I'm always in fear for my life. But when I moved out, when I moved out of my folks' place, I said, forget you guys. I didn't want to raise my voice too, but forget you. I'm gonna live a life. I'm gonna go out and live a life.
Pop, 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 pop.
Oh, those weren't fireworks.
No.
Those were not fireworks.
No, they weren't.
And they were close.
Oh,
they were close too.
Hey guys, there's a 1993 Corolla down the street. It's got a bunch of shit in it. You guys should get in there.
Oh, those were closer than I thought.
Nope.
Jeremiah,
I did it. Look.
That's an egg.
Yeah, I laid a sound egg.
You don't have to show it to me.
Look at Lester. See,
I
look.
stand corrected.
I did it.
That came out of the wrong end.
That's right. I don't got the bottom end. I can't do it like a chicken. I'm a rooster. I just laid an egg out in my mouth. Look at this. That sound. Yeah, there's sound in there.
What's in there?
I don't know. There's something in there. I mean, here.
Oh, that's too soon.
That's real fast.
You just laid it and it's already cracking.
Yeah. Oh boy.
There's something in there.
Yeah, something's gonna come out.
Something's coming out.
Okay.
Oh my, it's beautiful.
Oh, excuse me.
That's okay.
Oh, don't mind Jaylene. She's just cleaning you off.
Mom?
Oh no, sorry.
Cat. I'm
just a cat.
your mom and dad.
It's just part of what I do. But, yeah.
You can call me your Maddie.
Maddie.
No, don't do that.
Yes, I liked it.
Said Look at it.
Maddie.
Okay.
Oh my darling. Oh, it's got little roller skate wheels for feet. It's got little bat wings.
There's something seriously wrong with this thing.
Oh my God! No.
Okay. See, this is why you're not supposed to be able to do that.
I will make another one.
No,
I'll make another
do
one.
Not.
feel like
Do
you
not
should.
make another
I'm
one.
making another one. That was the last time. The last.
I don't disagree. I told you already. I regret the hootenanny at the symphony. I regret that choice. I thought, like, creatively, artistically, that was going to work.
Well,
But-
it did.
Yes, but the crowd that it drew. It smelled. They haven't been able to get the smell out of the seats. We lost more money on cleaning than we made from the show. Several of the pieces in the museum were stolen.
Well, the ones you'd expect, right?
Yes, all of the nudes.
All the newts.
If you guys find any more possums under the chairs,
I
wanna just
stopped
throw 'em in
counting
this
the
bucket.
possums.
All right. Well, if you find any,
When we stumble upon a possum, we'll add it to the bucket.
Oh, got one.
got it.
Okay.
Oh my God, I hate this.
I stepped on so many whittling knives. They made so many squirrels.
were really good. I just didn't know you could whittle
That fast.
just, and the shavings were everywhere. Peanut shells.
But you knew they liked it. You know, it's not like those stuffy audiences where you're having to pull the applause. I mean, there was whistling, there was gunfire.
Excuse me. I heard that this is I've been going around town with a can that's sealed and it's just got a bunch of pinto beans in it, and I've been shaking it, and none of the music establishments have been taking me on as a musician.
Ma'am, you have found your home here. We are your people. This is your tribe. You can shake whatever you'd like. You can fill a plastic egg with rice. For all I give a fuck anymore. You can tie a rubber band to a broomstick and connect the other end to a wash basin.
Right to a wash basin.
And you can just...
Did that too.
Okay. Okay.
I tied an alligator to another alligator.
And I can see your vest, just bandoliers of harmonicas. I get it.
I've been turned down by so many places.
And now for its debut performance, the Tin Can Pinto Gang.
Ding. Snap, 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 snap.
Is this part of it? Did we put this in? Oh.
You have to stretch them out, and then you can.
My bad.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed my.
It's okay.
I thought we were going on 3.
Okay.
Are we not doing a waltz? I forgot. We're
No
not.
one is doing
We're not in
waltz.
3/4.
I've never been in
Okay.
3/4.
Okay.
You missed it. Now the alligator's back.
Okay. I always did love the Country Bear Jamboree.
Me too.
I can't believe they closed that.
Well, Dad, I know that it's a holiday and fell on your birthday again, but I promise there is an AM PM around the corner with donuts that look great, and we're gonna have the best birthday you ever had.
I'm reaping what I sowed. I deserve this.
And we're gonna sit and talk and think about the days of yore when I was but a lad and you had all the power and authority over me, and now you're enfeebled and in my control.
Do what you think is right, Nick.
Well, Dad, I think there's only one thing that can be done, which is, if you can see that tank we're pulling up to here. Okay, now I know that you've never been to SeaWorld since the incident,
Oh my God.
but I have. Get out. Now, normally, I would have waited till it was actually midnight when I was bit by that great whale and watched it die by my own choice. So I figured,
They sang you happy birthday. Well, they didn't, Nick. It was festive. It was festive.
that's one way to gild the lily, Father. This is yours. And they did sing, didn't they? So pick your own whale. Maybe one of the younger ones, so you can deny the life full of dreams getting crushed.
Oh, Nick.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Happy birthday to you.
I'm sorry. People don't come out to animal parks anymore, so we can't afford evening security.
I'm gonna try to speak in its own language, so maybe it'll soften the blow a little bit.
Sure. Are you going?
Well, yeah,
okay.
sorry, I'm
sorry.
just.
I thought.
Sorry, Duolingo
gonna
didn't
do
really
it.
help me the way I thought it would. Okay. That was the.
That's what you were doing
Yeah.
earlier when you were doing that.
Yeah.
I thought you had like an upset.
Oh, like at 5:45. Yeah. But.
So you were practicing whale.
No. I did have. I had a thing, but just now,
Okay.
early, like a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Okay.
They sound really similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh.
Okay. I think that's.
No.
What?
What the? Duolingo fucking works.
I don't. Where's that drop down?
It's under
You have
Klingon.
to keep drilling.
Yeah.
Oh, there's. Okay.
They added more. For some reason.
We have so few whales left. They keep getting shot at night. And it doesn't seem fair. They're in a tank. They can't get away.
But maybe we can.
What?
Okay. Maybe we can.
I'm sorry. That was.
Show me
my.
the outside.
Oh, it said hashtag Free Britney. I don't know.
No. No. Show me the outside.
Did you catch any of that, or?
You're the one that's got the app.
Yeah. Maybe Google Translate. I think
You were
that.
just all, Duolingo.
Okay, maybe we can take some of the funding that we were going to use for the tank repairs and put it towards
We don't need repairs. The tanks are fine. The tanks are fine. They hold all of the whale blood.
This is so funny. I
All
thought.
I wanted to do when I grew up was open an aquatic animals park.
Yeah, and then you.
I never thought about signage and security.
Yeah, SeaWorld has really gone downhill.
I got it cheap.
Are you still there?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, honey. I just brought.
It's not what it looks like.
Honey, your cello has dust covered on it, but you. Really? A jug?
No, I've got a drinking problem. That's what the XXX means.
Babe, I don't even recognize you anymore.
No, Donna, please. You are the only thing keeping me from actually wearing overalls now. It's a slip. It's a slip. It happens.
I was going to talk to you about this tomorrow, but I found this straw hat under our bed.
Well, shit. I mean, whatever. Let's just say that there was a scarecrow and I thought it looked fetching.
This cannot be a coincidence.
It's all right. Fine, you win. I love it. I adore it. The sons of the soil sing this tune. It says it's empty. That's what the song is.
What are your parents going to think? What are we going to tell our son?
The truth. You married a jug band artist.
I can't stomach that.
I understand.
sounds kind of nice under a certain. Johnny, come here.
What?
Come here, Johnny.
I've been in the closet this whole time.
I know.
Again?
Johnny.
I want to know what you're doing here.
Well, I think we all know.
Johnny, your father has something he wants to show you.
Are you okay with this?
Do I have a choice?
It's empty.
No, sweetie. My God.
He's natural.
Took me. No.
No.
Put the tongue away, sweetie.
No, hey, come on.
I didn't know.
It's okay.
No,
It's okay.
It's not good at Denny's. It's not good here. Don't-
My God.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Wow, we're really bad, the three of us.
Terrible, really.
Yeah.
But
That
it's the
didn't go
first
well.
time. It's the first time for everything, including this family's first performance.
I love being part of this family.
Us too.
And that's the show! Thank you all so much for coming out. We're Regular Exclusive Blend. We perform the first and third Saturday of every month. This sort of long-form nonsense. So if you want to see another show, come back out. I think the next one is the first Saturday of next month, which is April.
Yes.
Jesse just ran off.
All those things are true. Sorry, I gotta get ready.
No, that's okay. I mean, we've got another show coming up after this, so stick around for some stand-up. Otherwise, thanks so much for coming. Have a wonderful evening and a safe trip back to your houses, and have a wonderful weekend. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hooray!
Thank you!
All right. Thank you all for coming out. All of those that intended to see stand-up, you may stick around for the 9 o'clock show, which will be beginning as quickly as we can make it happen. I apologize for the confusion and the ticketing, but please, if you'd like to stick around, let it be on us. And please enjoy the subject line coming up in just a couple minutes. Tonight's subject is luck, obviously, given the date. So if you want to stick around, we'll take care of you up front. If you're done with us this evening, check out stayupcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. We're live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. So, subject line will begin in just a handful of minutes.
We stick together and we'll see it through. 'Cause you got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little smarter than I am. Bigger and stronger too, maybe. But none of them is ever gonna love you the way I do. It's me and you. And as the years go by,
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the subject line. Please welcome to the stage your host, Jordan Quattlebaum.
Noise, come on now. How the hell you guys doing? Here the day before St. Patrick's Day. Are you guys getting fucked up today and tomorrow or what? What's going on here? Every day? You must be Irish, huh? What are you guys doing? Welcome to the subject line. I'm your host, Jordan Quattlebaum. Do you guys know what this show's about? Anyone? All right, so we do this show every third Saturday of the month. And what we do is we call it the subject line because each month I give my comics a different subject, and they can only talk about that subject throughout their whole set. So it being almost St. Patrick's Day, we're going to do luck. You know what I mean? And you guys feel pretty lucky? Do you feel like a lucky person, sir? Generally? How so? What makes you think you're like a lucky person? Oh, okay. Oh, look, Mr. Big Dick over here. Okay, like Mr. 13-inch. Okay. Like, I consider myself like neutral, like in the middle. Like, I think I'm pretty lucky in the sense of like I am a cancer survivor, which is, you know, that's pretty lucky. And like whatchamacallit? Like everyone always gets like very like uptight or like sad whenever I mention I had cancer. Like, just know I was very young when it happened. So like thankfully I don't really remember too much of it. The only thing that sucked is I go through a lot of surgeries. So I have like these huge scars throughout my body. It can make me a little bit self-conscious, like whenever I'm having sex with somebody, because I always like to explain to them what the scars are, you know? It's a little bit embarrassing. And it just kind of pisses me off because you think my uncle would know by now, but that's fine. What, Sacramento? You guys just ain't close to your uncle, okay? The only thing that's very unlucky about having what I had was I had lumbar emphysema and Wilms tumor. So I lost a quarter of each of my lungs and a kidney. So I can't drink or smoke. So not only did God make me look like a pussy, I have to act like one too, guys. It sucks. And like, I can like point out like the other good things that I'm pretty lucky on. Like I just got engaged, which is pretty cool. I like how that got a bigger reaction than surviving cancer, but that's fine. But I love her, man. She's my best friend. I'm a very lucky man. What I love about her is she's such a character. She's so much fun. Like, she's a goofball just like me. Like, we were actually out in Stockton the other night at Target. And if you have a white girlfriend or fiance, you guys know what it is. Like, Target's like a white woman dog park. You know, they just be free. You know, like, let them play with the others. And we went our separate ways, and all of a sudden, I hear her scream at the top of her lungs. So I was like, she dead, you know, because we live in Stockton. And I run after her. I'm like, babe, what's wrong? She goes, they have glow-in-the-dark bath bombs. I was like, fuck it, you screamed for that shit? And she goes, hear me out, though. Like, babe, if you take a bath in it, will your dick glow in the dark? Yes, sir. Mr. Lucky over here. Imagine if your dick glue in the dark, okay? Mr. 13-inch. What'd you say? You gotta know, right? You gotta know. You telling me my nerdy ass wouldn't love that shit? I'm treating my dick like it's a lightsaber. Or a light dagger, depending on the size. No discrimination. No discrimination, guys. My nerdy ass is walking in fucking treating it like it's Star Wars. I'm role-playing just like the Force is strong with this one, you know? Yeah, you turn her over, that's the dark side of the Force, okay? Coming like R2-D2. I'm like, wah! You know? My out-of-shape ass just on top of her like Darth Vader, out of breath, like, bend over, you will, you know? She hasn't shaved in a while. Not an issue. Not an issue. Yeah, I know I said I'm from Stockton. I know I do not look like I'm from Stockton. That's an unlucky trait for me, okay? I'm Stockton born and raised, but a lot of people don't know this. Do you guys know that Stockton's actually pretty, like, into St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, like, you know how they dye, like, the river green for St. Patrick's Day? We just keep our Delta green all year long, dude. It's trashy. See, I knew that wouldn't work in Sacramento. Our Delta is green. One of my unlucky traits I have is genetics. Like, look at me. I've been told I look like an emo Ed Sheeran or a rejected Jonas brother. I've been told I look like Steve from Blue's Clues, except I ain't got no clue what I'm doing with my life. Or Stuart Little if he was a person. I've also gotten Jack Black if he went through liposuction. Or worse, I've been called the American version of Austin Powers, except my teeth aren't fucked up and I like getting pussy. Like, this isn't fair, guys. I like the reaction for that one. The main thing that I think I'm mostly unlucky for is my anxiety. Like, I have tremendous anxiety to the point where, like, my therapist and I were talking like last week, and she was like, "Hey, you need to start like talking to strangers more." And I was like, "I'm a stand-up comedian. I talk to strangers all the time." She goes, "No, no, no. Like, that's all scripted. That's bull. You need to like learn to talk one-on-one. That's where your anxiety like comes into play. So just bring it into your daily life." So when I was at the gym, there was this huge dude with like tattoos all over, right? And I just wanted to compliment him. I have tattoos, you know? So I was like, "Hey, dude, I like your tattoo of Manny Pacquiao." And he goes, "That's my mother." And he wanted to beat my ass. And he got in my face. I was like, "Sir, if you fight me right now, you're only proving to me that your mother is Manny Pacquiao, okay?" Like, all right, guys, we're getting all warmed up here. I have one joke I wrote just for this show. Let's see how it goes, all right? Now, when I hook up with a woman, they call that getting lucky, right? But when a woman hooks up with me, they call the police. Nice, cool. Are you guys ready to get this show on the road? Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I got a great lineup of comics for you guys. I'm really excited for you guys to see them. Are you guys ready to see them? Well, you guys are lucky tonight. Anyways, this first comic coming to the stage, I've worked with this guy a few times. He's an awesome comic. I'm really excited for you guys to see him. Please get up loud and proud for Louise, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it.
Hell yeah, man. How's everybody doing? Y'all feeling good? Feeling lucky? Can we just give it up for life? Like, we're here. We're alive. I mean, let's be honest. This shit sucks, right? But we're doing it. We're doing it. We're here, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about luck. I think my whole life has been pretty great for the most part. I was having a great month until, you know, that little misfortunate event called daylight savings fucking came around. Dude, like, does anyone else hate that shit? We hate it, right? I don't know, man. I'm just mad at it because it makes it harder for me to get rid of my girlfriend now. You know, like, yeah, like, you know, like, I can't fake yawn at 7:30 anymore. Because, you know, the sun's still out, dude. It doesn't work no more. I'm like, look at the time. Nah, she's still around, I guess. Unlucky me, right? I don't know, dude. It is Women's History Month, apparently. I don't know. I think nobody cares about that either. Not that we don't care about women. It's just, come on, like, we gotta respect women all the time, right? I don't know. I'm gonna be honestly, guys, I honestly don't really like my girlfriend. She reminds me of my dad, you know? It's just kind of like that one person that is just kind of around. You just kind of put up with them just because you have to, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, my dad, he's a lucky man. Shout out to him. My dad recently died. But, yeah. Yeah, you know, my dad's Mexican, so, you know, of course, he died of natural causes. You know, alcoholism. And you look like you're going that route, sir. Please don't do it to yourself, man. I'm just saying, man. You look like my dad, dude. Yeah, man. And like I said, he's a lucky man. You know, he went out the way he wanted to go. And, you know, my dad was one of the few Mexicans that didn't like to work. And like I said, I look up to him, you know. I had to follow in his footsteps a little bit. So, like I said, I hate working. So I make up for it by showing up to work drunk as fuck. You know, to represent my people, my culture, you know? I gotta pick up the slack somewhere. And luckily I work one of those jobs where it doesn't really matter if you show up drunk, you know? No one could tell, no one even notices. I work valet, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I work valet, just out there drunk driving people's cars. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to drive stick. It's a mess. I've definitely messed up a few people's cars, you know? But I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do? Leave a note? I ain't no good Samaritan, dude. I just walk away. I don't know. I blame them for hiring me. I mean, look at me, dude. I don't even trust me with my own car, you know? I don't know, man. Shout out to my dad. Like I said, I do blame my dad for a lot of, like, my life misfortunes, you know? But I am grateful he gave me my stepdad. You know, my stepdad's a cool guy, you know? He was cool. I mean, he molested me, but we don't have to talk about all that. Other than that, he's a pretty, like, I tell people this all the time. It's kind of hard for them to grasp the concept. Like, I still put my stepdad a little bit higher than my dad on, like, how cool they were on the scale, you know? They were both all right. I don't know. It's cool. But like I said, I blame my dad for a lot of my life misfortunes. You know, that's a big word for me. I just figured that out. Luck, misfortune. Keep that in mind. Yeah, and I've been thinking about it. I'm like, you know, I have never lived somewhere where the window blinds actually work. Like, they actually serve their purpose, you know? Usually they just end up looking like my teeth, you know, messed up. got the little gap in them, little crooked. I don't know. It's rough, man. It's the worst when I'm with my girlfriend, you know, and I'm about to get lucky, you know, because we cuddle a lot, you know. So she'll give me the signal. She'll be like, all right, go close the blinds. And I'll go slide them over, and like 6 of those motherfuckers fall off. It's so embarrassing, man. It's so freaking embarrassing. Now I got to get crafty. You got to flip them over for them to stick. Yeah, I'm running around the house trying to find the tape and the stapler. It's rough, man. It's not a good look for me. Y'all ever seen that? Y'all ever been to somebody's house, they got the tape and the stapler? I'm just letting y'all know right now, man. If you ever see that, walk away, dude. Brokenness is a disease, guys. You will catch it, man. Just letting you know. I'm telling you from experience. It was rough life, man. But yeah, honestly, guys, like, there's nothing more demasculating than, like, having to tippy toe while you're butt naked, trying to fix the blinds, you know? Because I don't have a nice butt as it is. Like, I don't really have a butt. Now I'm over here tippy-toeing my butt. It's like a little lemon sour butt. I don't know. It's not a good look. You guys know what I'm talking about? You can tell. You ever look at somebody and you're like, yeah, that dude got a sour butt, you know? We see it all the time. Yeah, man, shit's great. I don't know, man. Honestly, guys, I am working on being tougher. As you can tell, it's not going too well for me. You know, I have glasses. I have a lisp. My girlfriend used to hit me. It's just like a lot of things. Just got a lot of things going on, man. It's not going too well for me. Another thing too is like I used to think my dad would be proud of me, but then I started thinking, I'm like, no, you know, cause I'm the type, like, I need to drink girly drinks. Like, I can't, like, my friend, yeah, you know, like, my friends want to go out and take shots, and I'm like, I can't do it, dude. Like, it makes my tummy burn, you know? I don't like it, man. It makes my tummy burn. So I drink, like, the girly drinks, and even then, I gotta, like, let the ice melt a little bit, because it still burns, you know? I'm over there swirling it. Yeah, I gotta let the ice melt. Now I gotta tinkle every 2 minutes. I don't know. It's rough, dude. Yeah, apparently tinkle's not tough. I don't know. Go figure, guys. Yeah, man. Shit's been going good for me, though, other than that. What a life we live, guys. Here we are. Dude, you concerning me, sir. You look a lot like my dad, but he's just a lot browner than you are, dude. Please, man. We love you, dude. Hell yeah, man. I don't know. People, I don't know why. Like I said, I'm trying to be tougher. People just tend to think I'm gay for some reason. But I know I'm not gay because I love my girlfriend's toes. They're like, yeah, I love her feet. I don't care what nobody says. You into foot stuff? Oh. There you go. Y'all might want to try something different tonight. You might get lucky, sir. You might get a little piggy in your mouth, you know? I love it, man. It's great. It's great. And you see, like, I'm a cute motherfucker about it, you know? Like, I'm cute. Like, I'm the type of guy that I'll kiss every single one of my girlfriend's toes goodnight, one by one. Every single one, you know? She does have this little toe, though, that's smaller than the pinky toe. It's really uncomfortable, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I love her feet, but that one's a little hard to get by, you know? Because I'm kissing every single one, but when I get to that one, I'm like, ooh, you know, you gotta treat it like a stepchild. Like, you gotta pretend you love them the same, but you really don't. Yeah, man, I'm telling y'all from experience, dude. That stepchild syndrome, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like I said, I think overall, I had a pretty lucky life. Like I said, I'm sorry, guys, to bring this up again. I was molested, you know. So growing up, I had a sensitive booty, you know. And it reminded me of the time, like, one time my mom had to stick a Q-tip in there, like, with a little bit of ointment, because I would bleed every time. Yeah. But I'm a baby wipes user now, so it works out, you know? I love me some baby wipes. I don't know. The issue is, like, I do kind of go a little deep with the baby wipes, and I'm like, is that gay or is that cleanliness, right? Like, come on. I think it's me trying to be clean, because, I don't know. I did recently stick a finger in my butt. But hear me out. It's not because I'm gay. I did it in spite of my dad, you know? Like, what better way to keep your father rolling in his grave than for him to know that his only son stuck a finger in his butt, you know? Really, I did it out of curiosity. But I kept it in there a little bit longer in spite of my dad, you know? But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm a lucky man, you know? I love my girlfriend. But if I'm being honest with you guys, I really don't like when she comes over, you know? I don't like when my girlfriend comes over because she always takes a good pillow. You know, she gonna leave me with the flat pillow that doesn't do anything. You gotta, like, fold it over for it to halfway work. Yellow ass pillow, man. It's fucked up. But that's my time, guys. Thank you.
Keep it going for Luis, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fact about Luis, he is the only Mexican guy that I know. Anyways, you guys ready to keep this show going? Now, come on, this next comic needs all that energy. You guys ready for your next comic? Make some noise fucking love this guy. Please, super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Brian, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it.
Thank you so much. What's up, Stab? How are we? Subject line luck. Guys, I've come to the conclusion I am clinically unlucky. Someone broke into my car on my birthday. I know, which sucks. And they took everything. Like, they took my identity. You know, and I'm like, what's the point in stealing my social security number? Now we're both gonna get declined for a credit card. Fucking sucks. No, and then I mean, I'm not hurt by what they took. I'm hurt by what they left. This hat and this sweater. What the fuck, man? I thought I had style. No, but I'm not kidding. Like, they stole a jacket from my work with my name on it, right? So if you see a guy in Santa Rosa with a jacket that says Brian, kick his ass for me, okay? But, you know, I mean, Napoleon once said, to be a great man, you must master luck, you know, and I think you make your own luck. Like, I took an STD test recently, and they said, you know, we'll take the test, and if we don't call you back, nothing's happened, right? And it's been 2 weeks, no call yet, so I'm cured. I mean, all I had to do was give them a different phone number, and I don't have herpes anymore. Yeah, but no, I'm also, you know, St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, and I'm Irish, you know, and there's that expression, the luck of the Irish, which I really don't think we have, because you look at our history, it's pretty awful. I have good luck with gambling, though. I'm very lucky with gambling. At the beginning of last year, my cat, it's a black cat, childhood friend of mine, she went missing. Not childhood friend, she's a cat. She doesn't live that long. What am I talking about? But the point being, I had this black cat, and she went missing, and I prayed over it. I was like, I thought she had died. I had put up missing posters. I thought she was gone. And to cope, I started gambling, and I got really good at it. Like, I don't know if you've played this game called Blackjack. It's adding up to 21. They will kick you out of the casino if you're too good at playing it. You know, and I was winning on a hot streak. I went in with $100 and I was up $800. Okay, and this was 2 p.m. Yeah, and then I get an email. Yeah, I was addicted to gambling to cope with my cat missing. Okay, I'm trying to open up and be honest here. All right, but yeah, it was 2 p.m. and I got an email from the chip service, and they're like, "We found your cat," right? And I found out my cat had been alive the past 6 months. And she was living with my neighbors. There was a rainstorm. She got out, and then she just went to another house. They thought she was a stray because I didn't put a collar on my cat. I thought she was her own person. But these people, you know, they fed her. They were taking care of her. I hate when you visit the people who've been taking care of your cat, and you realize they've been giving her a better quality of life. I felt like the abusive biological father, like, she's coming with me back to the trailer park. What are you taking her on a leash for? She's a cat. Just let her out. But I got the cat back. And then, I don't know, the thing about blackjack is you get superstitious, right? They swapped out dealers immediately, and I started losing money. And I haven't had a good game of poker since I got the cat back, man. It sucks. Because she's a black cat, so the luck is bad. All right, we're coherent. I wrote these jokes for tonight. You know what I mean? Speaking of luck, you know, do you guys get targeted ads on your Instagram, on your phone? All the time. It sucks. I hate what I get targeted ads for. I get targeted ads for schizophrenia medication and clinical trials. I'm not a diagnosed schizophrenic, okay? But I know if I tell someone, yeah, my phone is listening to me, and it's trying to convince me I'm crazy, they're going to diagnose me, all right? Can I just get the paranoid no schizophrenia, please? I don't know. I just miss the old days when you would get ads for Blue Chew or over-the-counter Viagra. I can stand knowing my dick doesn't work, but I need my brain to work. I was going to go to the doctors, but I lost all the money gambling. All right, you know. But yeah, like I said, that's the luck of the Irish. You know, we were an oppressed people. The British fucked us over. I've got a crash course in history. My dad, he's actually from the old country. Fucked up a setup for a good joke, which is I'm so unlucky. Guys, I have roommates. Do you guys have roommates? Are you all 3 roommates? I don't know. I got these roommates. They're from a war-torn third world country, Ireland. Have you heard of this place? And we have very different lifestyles, you know. My roommate, he's a retired electrician who takes care of his wife, and I'm his unemployed son. Awful arrangement. But yeah, one day I was a wee lad. I was sick. I had a fever. They had to take me out of school. And my dad said, just because you're sick doesn't mean you're not going to learn something today. And I was in bed, chicken souped up. And he takes out this picture book called Life Aboard a Famine Ship. Do you guys know what the Irish famine was? So, of course, for those who don't know, it was a period in the 1850s where the Irish, they had only been growing potatoes because of British occupation. And there was a blight. There was a famine in the country. And people had to sell everything. And they had to move to America in dire poverty for the hopes of a better life. And someone heard this story and was like, I should write a children's book about it. And I gotta say, even at 11 years old, I saw the illustrations of the starving families with the ribs coming out, and I was like, damn, pretty good artwork. I really get the sense that the bottom of the ship smelled like ass. I don't know, it sucks. It's starving, but yeah, I just wonder about that publisher. Like, do they do other tragedies from history, The Rwandan genocide, but it's a pop-up book. You gotta pull a slide to get the train into Auschwitz. I know, it sucks. What were they thinking? The publishers, not all the other things. Yeah, damn. Life is going well otherwise, though. Look at me, I'm getting fat. I know that was the thing. I told my dad I was going to try intermediate fasting. I'd only have one meal a day. And he goes, Brian, haven't our people starved enough? Yeah, I don't know. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of, I love Chinese food. Can't get enough of that. I mean, speaking of luck, I'm a little bit superstitious. Some would say super duperstitious. But I'm selective, I don't do horoscopes, but I do believe in fortune cookies, okay? Have you ever gotten a bad fortune cookie? Dude, it'll fuck your life up, okay? I got a fortune cookie that said, a friend will reveal their true nature to you. I was like, great. Who's fucking my girlfriend? I don't know. I'm working on it. But yeah, I feel like luck is quantifiable. I believe in omens. I don't know. I believe in omens like every inconsistent, but every once in a while I'll cough up like a hard piece of phlegm from my throat, and then within 2 weeks something bad will happen, right? Like 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks before my birthday, I coughed up a piece of phlegm. And on my birthday, someone broke into my car. I was, anyways, I don't know why I'm telling this story. I'm just rambling now. God damn. Yeah, we're going to stick with it. We're going to go down with the ship. Here we go. The other expression, people talk about getting lucky. Damn, I'm feeling like, I don't know. So 2 years ago, I was getting lucky with a woman. Yeah, thanks for believing me. Yeah. And she said, fuck me like it's your job. Ooh. So I started watching the clock. And I lost all enthusiasm in what I was doing. Folks, I came late and I left early. Yeah. And when I was done, she said, do you want to stay for breakfast? And I said, ma'am, I don't work overtime. But that's been mine, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Brian, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Yeah, he had a lot of unlucky shit, but I was pretty lucky a few weeks ago. I broke into some douchebag's car, and I stole his ID. No, I'm just kidding. Give it up for Brian, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I was going to say, we kind of look like we'd be siblings a little bit, no? I look like I'm your angsty brother that does too much meth. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. Anyways, why'd you say that, Brian? We're going to keep the show going. This next comic coming to the stage, I'm really fucking happy he's here. He's super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Jesse Rivera, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it! Keep it going for Jesse Rivera!
I didn't realize I was next. The producer usually comes and taps you during the comic before. I'm sorry. How you guys doing? All right. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about one of the luckiest days of my life. It was actually, it's crazy because it was on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, 1992. Yeah, I'm old as fuck, you guys. I'm 52. But listen, St. Patrick's Day, 1992. Long time ago. Guess what? Weed wasn't legal yet. Right? You guys are what? There was a time when weed wasn't legal yet? Some of you guys look like, what? So weed wasn't legal yet. But I knew people who could get like pounds of weed, right? So a friend of mine calls and he's like, hey, you think you can score me a pound of weed? And I'm like, dude, it's St. Patrick's Day. Everyone's fucking partying. He's like, I fucking need it. And I'm like, there's only one person I know. You're going to have to give me the money, and then I'll go get it, and then I'll come back. And this is like 1992, you guys. So like a pound of weed is like $1,000, right? And he's like, there's no way I'm fucking giving you $1,000 and waiting for you to come back. And he's like, I got to go with you. And I'm like, here's the thing. My buddy's name was Kevin, right? Kevin was like the whitest dude I knew. And I had to go get the weed in like the most Mexican paisa neighborhood like that ever existed, right? And this was like 1992, right? So this is like post Vanilla Ice, but before Eminem and Korn. So it wasn't cool to be a white dude yet. Like Vanilla Ice fucked things up for you guys for like a few years. So it was like during that post Vanilla Ice period where like I wasn't like, it's not cool to bring a white guy, you know? But he's like, I gotta go with you. And I'm like, all right. So I let him come with me, and we show up, and right away the fucking paisa's pissed. He's like, what's up with the gringo? And I'm like, dude, he insisted on coming. And he's like, this is not good, S. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And so he's like, give me your money. So we give him the $1,000, and he's like, wait right here. I'm going to go get it. And my friend Kevin's like, wait, where are you going with my $1,000? How do I know I could trust you with my $1,000? And he then like reaches down, and I'm like, oh, great. He's going to pull out a fucking gun. He reaches out, and he puts a stack of money just like that. And he's all, because these 9 other people trust me with their $1,000, so I'm just going to put your $1,000 with this other $9,000. I'll be right back. I was like, fuck, that was a flex. You know? And so he takes off, right? And we're in front of this bar, and we're like it's St. Patrick's Day, and the bar's going off, right? And we're just kind of sitting in the car waiting, and like 10 minutes went by, 15 minutes went by, 20 minutes. And this wasn't in the day where you could just, like, you had to beep them, like, if they weren't coming back, right? So he's like, you want to page him? I'm like, you want to just fucking chill? I'm like, I'm not going to fuck with this dude, right? So we're sitting there, and like 20 minutes had gone by. And we noticed that, like, these 2 groups of dudes come out of the bar, and they kind of square off, like, start looking at each other. And I'm like, is there about to be, and right before I could say, is there about to be, like, one dude punches another dude, and then like another, you guys know how these escalate, right? You guys have watched Cops and stuff like that. Before I know it, there's just like this huge brawl in front of us, and like people are just getting beat up. One guy is dressed like a leprechaun, and I fucking can't stop laughing because he keeps doing the fucking leprechaun thing, right? And he's beating the shit out of everybody. He's like, he was short too to top it off, right? And he was fucking everybody up. And like, I was like, we got to get out of here. And he's like, I ain't going nowhere. He's not back with our $1,000. And I was like, oh, fuck, right? And so we're sitting there, and we're just watching this brawl. And this brawl is kind of escalating. It's like getting to the place where like guys are going back to their cars. And like, that's not ever a good sign. I don't know what you guys know about the street. You know, right? Guys going back to their cars is not a good thing, because they're going to go back and get, you know what they're going to go back and get, right? So I hear one guy say, he's got a fucking gun, right? And so, like, the one group, like, takes off running, and the fucking leprechaun has a gun now at this point, and he's chasing after the dudes, right? And we're, like, sitting there going, like, is this really fucking happening, you know? And, yeah, it was really happening. And so they take off, and they're gone, but, like, they're, like, 2 streets over, and we hear pop, 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 and I'm like, oh, fuck, that's not good, right? And then right after we hear pop, 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 we heard like tires squealing, and we heard like a car wreck, and we heard, oh shit. And we're like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened, right? And so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden the dude that had our weed like pulls up and parks next to us. His fucking windshield is busted. There's blood on the hood of his car. He has a trash bag full, like he just throws all the weed into our car, and he's all, get the fuck out of here. I just ran over a leprechaun. And he drove off. And we're like, guys, we waited 5 days for him to call us back. He never called us back. That ended up being one of the luckiest days of our lives, because we had 10 pounds of weed to sell. And it was a good spring. Hey, my name's Jesse Rivera. I got to get going. Give it up one more time for Jordan.
Hey, keep it going for Jesse, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Hey, you guys feeling good? Feeling all right? You feeling lucky, huh? What's your favorite part of the show? I like that part too. All right. No, what is your favorite part so far? Yeah. I don't know what that means, but thank you guys for being such a great audience. We are down to our last comedian of the night. Are you guys ready? Okay, Louis, other than Lewis, are you guys ready? That's what I'm talking about. One more time. Are you guys ready for your last comic? Hell yeah. I love this guy. Been doing comedy with this dude for years. Super funny, super hilarious. Please get up loud and proud for Jordan Kirchner, everybody.
Hello. Very lucky to be here. How are you guys doing? That's good. Oh, man, very lucky. You know, it's not been raining lately. It was raining up here a lot last few weeks. You know, it's weird. Some people say that rain is the tears of God. I didn't know God was gay. Man up is all I'm saying, you know? We all got something going on. No, I am very unlucky, actually. My car got broken into a few weeks ago. That's annoying, right? That sucks, dude. The worst part about it, though, is, like, they didn't steal anything. So, like, at that point, it's just rude, you know? Like, you know, the least you could do is, I don't know, steal my radio. Like, if I was going to start breaking into cars, you know, willy-nilly, you know, just pick up that new hobby, I'm going to, I don't know, lower your steering wheel. Maybe raise your seats, use your cup holders, break another window. All I'm saying is we got options. All right, you know, the one thing that sucks about your car getting broken into, though, is like that question that everyone asks you after it happens. You know the question, sir? Can you guess? It's always, well, what did you leave out in the open? Like, don't victim shame my car, bro. Like, are you trying to tell me just because my windows are see-through, that gives you the consent to enter? Buddy. No, we got a Me Too movement going on right now. Man, I have a very unlucky dating life. I really do. I'm recently single, so you know what that means, right? A lot of crying. It's cool. You know, it's fine. Being single is cool. You know, the one thing that sucks about it, though, is I got to start dating again. I'm just not looking forward to that. You know, there's a lot of rejection involved with dating, and I'm just not good at handling it. Every time it happens, I just end up downloading the saddest music that I could find. You know, it's gotten to the point where I can't have it on shuffle anymore, and my friends are in the car with me. You know, because it's depressing. It's embarrassing. It's like a goddamn ASPCA commercial in there. You know, when you're in my car, you're in the arms of an angel. You know what I mean? I do think I've gotten somewhat better at rejection, though. I don't know. You guys tell me. I took this girl out to dinner a few weeks ago, and afterwards, she texted me, and she was like, hey, I had a really fun time tonight, but I don't see this going anywhere because you remind me too much of my ex. You know, so I text her back, and I was like, wow, your ex sounds like a great guy. Must have been your fault. I don't know how you fumbled that one, man. Oh, man, dude. I don't know what it is, though. I always, for some reason, I just end up meeting women at their lowest point. I don't know what that's about, man. I got an example for you. Like, guys, you know, I don't like it, all right? But I am the man. I am the guy that your girlfriend hooks up with when you guys are on a break. I didn't ask for this. No. I want a wife and kids one day, all right? I don't want to bang your girlfriend. I want to marry her. I don't, man. No, like, think about it. Like, I'm the real victim here. You guys hate me. I get it. I understand, but I'm the victim, all right? Like, think about it this way. Have you ever borrowed something from your neighbor? Like, for, like, a really long time? You know, when he gave it to you, it was, like, a little bit broken. You know, after a couple weeks, you know, you're using it every day. You're fixing it up, and you give it back completely fixed to him, and you're just like, really need to get myself one of those, you know? That's a new joke. I wanted to try that. It was fun. Oh, man. No, I am really just unlucky with dating, though. I really am. Like, there was a while back, I was seeing this girl that I had thought that I really liked. But then one day, she asked if we can be in an open relationship. Yeah. You know, obviously, I said no. All right, I'm not going to be the only one in this relationship not getting laid. I don't think that's fair, personally. Like, ugh, like open relationship? No. All right, I like my relationships like I like my borders, you know? It's fun, dude. No, but seriously, when I told her no, she was like, oh, why? You know, so I told her, I was like, I feel like we have a certain connection that I'm just not comfortable sharing with anyone else. Gay, dude. Super gay. All right, but I told her, and her response was, do you like pizza? What? She was like, if you have a favorite type of pizza, does that mean you're just not going to eat any other kinds of pizza? I was like, did I just get objectified? Like, what the hell? What was that? I didn't like it, okay? I'll be the first to say it, all right? I don't like that analogy. All right, that's like me walking around saying all women are like lamps. You know, just because I have one in the living room doesn't mean I can't have one in the bedroom. Blah. Like, I swear, that was the most fuckboy thing a woman has ever told me because fuck, boy, that hurt, you know? That sucked. You know, and I was like really mad about it too because at this point I had already introduced her to all my friends. You know, so I basically took her to a pizza buffet and was like, hope you're not hungry. She was, all right? She was starving. She actually kept hanging out with us too for like the longest time. It was weird because this is the first time in my life where instead of getting ghosted, I got haunted. It was very spooky. Man, does anyone in here have a dog? That's an unlucky answer. What's your dog's name? Remy and Ruby? That's what kind of dogs are they? Oh, it's like a little medium size. Like, you know? No, that's fine. Those are good names for a dog. Ruby, not so much. But okay, she came with it. Okay, that's fine. It was a transfer. I don't like it when people give dogs like human names. You know, like I don't get like how are you about to look a dog in the eyes and go, "Hey, Derek." You want a belly scratch? Derek. You want to go on a walk? Derek. Like, no, Derek doesn't want to go on a walk. He wants to play Call of Duty. All right, Derek doesn't want any treats. He wants an 8-ball of cocaine. Imagine trying to teach Derek how to shake and he just keeps giving you knuckle bumps. Like, that's not what I asked for, Derek, but Derek doesn't care. All right, Derek's like, I don't give a bark, dude. Oh, man. How much time do I got left, dude? 1.5. Ah. Anyways, I believe it or not, last month, this is good news, everyone. Last month, for the first time ever, I managed to pay my rent with money that I made from doing stand-up comedy. Thank you. Also, I'm homeless, so thanks to stand-up comedy, all right? You guys have been beautiful. I've been gorgeous. Have an amazing night.
Hey, keep it going for Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. What I have learned from you comics, all you guys' cars get broken into. Like, what the fuck? It must be. Keep it going for all the comics, guys. Keep it going for them, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I usually like to close the show off by asking you guys some questions. As you guys know, we do topics. I like asking the audience, what would you like to see some comedians talk about? And this is being recorded, so I can go back to it later. Like, what would you like to, like, some topics you think you'd like to see some comics talk about? What was that? Oh, like all of our sets. That's a good one. Yes. Yeah. What was that? Farmers? Yeah, I mean, 5 comics, all of them doing 8-minute sets. That should totally be good. What a hose at? Okay. That's a dad show. Any others? What you got? Transplants from outer space. Out of state. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Okay. I'll look back at these notes, okay? But please keep it going for Stab. Keep it going for all the comedians you guys seen tonight. If you guys want to stick around, Jesse Rivera, the comic you just seen, the super funny comic you just seen, he has a show coming up at 10 p.m. You guys don't want to miss it. It's called Dear Abby, What the F. If you guys can, please check it out. I've been Jordan Quadrom. You guys have a great night. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. That is the subject line, but as Jordan said, we're not done with the evening. We've got another show coming up, well, basically as quickly as I can get the stage set. It's Dear Abby WTF. Jesse and guests will comb through some of the advice given over the past 50 years by Dear Abby and just see how terrible it was. So if you want to stick around, we can upgrade you up front. If you're done with us for the evening, check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. We're live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. Dear Abby WTF will begin in about 15 minutes. Hang out, guys.
clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. I've done alright until now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, loneliness goes. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I've been in love and lost my senses, spinning through the town. Sooner or later, the fever ends, and I wind up feeling down. I need a man to take a chance on a love that burns out enough to last. So when the night falls, my lonely heart pours. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I need a man who'll take a chance on a love that burns out enough to last. When the night falls, my lonely heart calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna dance? With somebody who loves me. With somebody who loves me. Friday night and the lights are low. You're looking out for a place to go where they play the right music, where they get in the swing, and you look for the king. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music high. A little bit of jazz music. Oh, and you got in the mood for dance. that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools. Hey. I watched all the dropouts who make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. Hey, and the media sells it. Oh, and you play the role. Oh, mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. Well, you gotta listen to my Heads of a cold war. That's what we've become. Inherited trouble. I'm mentally numb. Oh, crazy. I just cannot bear. Hey, I'm living with something. Oh, that just isn't fair. Oh, mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? Going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. On a crazy train. Crazy train. On a crazy
Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Dear Abby WTF. Please welcome already on the stage your hosts, Jesse and Nicole.
I always forget how bright the house lights are.
I almost forgot to talk into a microphone again. Was it this show last time, or was it the
Yes.
book report when I was just like, and like just talking?
Well, I mean, we're loud, and
I'm
probably
a
need
loud
mics
person.
anyway. This is not a big theater.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It is. It is.
What you been watching? Anything good?
You know what? I'm trying to read on audiobook. I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter.
Ooh.
Because I listened to America Ferraro on Marin's podcast. Well, Marin recently had like all the Oscar nominees on his podcast. He had Greta.
Cool.
And America Ferraro.
I think Ferrara.
Ferraro. Probably Ferraro.
And like, out of this room, you would be the one to know.
Yeah, I
would
should
think.
be the one that knows, but they're producing, directing everything, the movie for like they bought the rights to the book, so she's direct. It's gonna be her directorial debut, and so I was like, well, I want to read this, but I've been slowly going through it. Well, you know what I'm watching is I collect records, and there's this YouTube channel, this girl named Abby WTF, and every Monday she does a classic record, like, and it's usually like something from the 60s or 70s, but she gets, first of all, she deep dives it, and she like just busts out these, like, you learn so much about like what was going on with the band in the studio, what was going on with the band just like in their personal lives, and she like dresses, like her outfit like matches the album cover. It's a spectacle. Yeah. And there's a new episode every Monday.
Cool.
So every Monday, I've been watching that's really the only thing. I've been trying to watch Dune 1 because a friend of mine said she wants to go see Dune 2, and I was like, I'll go with you, and she's like, nah, until you've seen Dune 1.
Can you just watch the original? Would that count?
I don't know. I don't. It's long. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I started watching?
What?
Was it the Emma Stone movie that she won the Academy Award for?
Oh, Poor Things.
Poor Things.
Was it good?
You know, I got through like half of it, but as soon as like the movie starts and I saw William Dafoe, I was all in, because any movie that guy's in, like, he's insane.
He is.
Yeah, in a good way.
Apparently, he's very well endowed too.
You know, Madonna once said that if you got William Dafoe, Christopher Walken, and Sean Penn together, they wouldn't all fit in the same room.
Oh my god.
I went and saw Madonna here in Sacramento.
How was it?
Oh, dude, it was everything you wanted it to be. Like, she did it. So F all the haters, right?
Yeah.
But like, just the video monitors were like nonstop, like just from day one all the way up till, and during erotica there was a slow photo montage of every dude she allegedly ever hooked up with, and it went on and on and on. Because like at first I was like, oh, it's Sean Penn, oh, it's Dennis Rodman, oh, it's Alex Rodriguez, oh, it's Jose Canseco, oh, it's William and it just went on, and I was like, like if a guy tried to do that, but Madonna, she could do it,
Zero fucks given.
Yeah, zero fucks given, and but it was great, and yeah, everything's kind of cool right now. How are you?
I've been
Fine.
watching.
How are you?
Well, as you know, it's kind of been a little bit of a rough period. I'm watching a lot of documentaries, though. I watched the one on Netflix about the Argentinian submarine that disappeared, and also there's one on the Cold War that's really cool too on Netflix. I'm fascinated by the atomic bomb.
Oh, did you watch Oppenheimer? What'd you think? Have you rewatched it?
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, I'm half Japanese, so maybe I feel it in my soul.
Oh.
That nuclear energy.
Too soon still.
Yes. Chernobyl. Anyway.
Did you watch Chernobyl when it was on Max?
I watched it 3 times. It's so good.
Man, that thing was a nail biter.
And I love how they let every actor keep their own accent from their country.
I didn't.
And they're not all talking in like crappy Russian accents.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How's True Detective going?
Oh, it's over, and it was magnificent. Anybody watch True Detective this season? It was very, very good. A lot of indigenous themes in there.
Because it takes place in Australia. Oh, no, Alaska.
Alaska.
The other A. Yeah.
Yeah, because I also like watching Life Below Zero, and one of the same tribes is on True Detective that is on Life Below Zero. So it's kind of cool to see the similarities and it's like, oh, I kind of know what that is.
Have you watched Reservation Dogs yet?
No.
So season 2 has Lily Gladstone in it for a couple of episodes, and she is just amazing. So
I'll check that out. I have no excuse. I'm unemployed right now.
well,
So
and the episodes are only 30 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like 10 episodes. Like you could do a season in a day.
Okay.
It'd be 5 hours, but it's a well spent 5 hours, and it's gonna drag you through every emotion possible. So I highly recommend it because I know you're going through it right now, but I mean it's gonna pull you through it, and at the end you're like, oh man, that was great. Like all 3 seasons end with like this final scene where you're like, oh man, that's awesome. Like you're just so happy, you know. You might be wiping away tears, but they're happy tears.
That's good. I should probably watch that instead of watching like disaster documentaries.
I don't know. I like disaster stuff. What do we got here? Do we want to bring our guests up already?
I really think we should.
Let's do it.
I've known both these guys for a while. They're both very cool. Let's bring up. Do you still go by Milk? Yeah. Milk Surface and Frankie Lord.
Woo!
Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hi.
It's like you're always here, but now you're here.
Yeah. Usually Jesse Jones doesn't let me on the stage, so I'm happy to be up here.
Did you have to convince him you were on the show? Like, let me see the flyer.
Yeah.
Like they haven't done a flyer. What do you mean?
He's like, go back, you do the graphics.
Yeah. Part of me wanted to try to do a Jesse Jones impersonation, but I stopped myself.
He's got so many voices. You'd have to learn all of them.
Brilliant.
Truly.
Yeah. Are you aware of Dear Abby? Like, is Dear Abby in your universe?
I know of it. I've seen this show a few times. But outside of that, I only know it as like a cultural reference.
Okay.
You know, so it's like not even real letters, but people like using it as a medium for a joke or something.
Thanks a lot, Dear Abby. Yeah. Why don't you ask Dear Abby?
Yeah. I've never heard a single letter until I saw this show, like a real one. So.
Right on. What about? Familiar with Dear Abby?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Yeah.
No, I used to read. I can't remember who it was, but there was like a knockoff in SNR when that was still a thing.
SAC News and Review.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. SAC News and Review.
I messed up. I thought.
I don't remember. Oh God, but
I thought you meant Saturday Night Live for a second. I'm bad with letters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No. But never the original.
Okay. Yeah. Are either of you great at giving advice?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm great at the action of giving it. I don't know if it's great advice.
What do you
but I'm so good at talking.
What do you like giving advice on? Like, do you like giving advice on relationships, jobs, personal growth? What do you consider your forte for giving advice?
Well, those are two different questions. One is, what do I like giving advice on? And one is my forte. I'm really good at like advice on projects, you know, like, oh, what do I need to get this accomplished? What will make this look good? That's my specialty. But I love giving advice on relationships and jobs. As a single asexual person who hasn't worked in 7 years, I can just have a lot of fun with that and just...
Well, you've had plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah, and it's nice to know I can alter somebody else's destiny because mine's behind me. It's fucked. So
when you're giving them advice on jobs, is your mindset like, I want them to not work for 7 years like me, or is your mindset like, I don't want them to be like me. I want them to have a job. Not that not having a job isn't, excuse me, not that not having a job isn't cool.
Half of the people on stage are unemployed, so hey.
You mean in generally or just this show?
As far as I know, this show, perhaps other shows as well.
Yeah, we're talking about comics.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the person.
No, I'm just kidding.
See if you can figure it out from the answer.
Okay.
I like to give advice, a little bit of like what's going to help them and get them far enough that I can follow this and really be entertained,
Oh, okay.
If I'm taking the time to give advice, I need a little something back, and that's through their Instagram stories usually.
Yeah. Instagram. Yeah. Have you ever received really bad advice?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah.
Can you remember like
Yeah,
a particular time
yeah,
where you like
so,
went to
okay.
a friend and you're like, please, I need some solid advice?
There's a time that I got pretty bad advice from my mom, actually. I had been with this girl for like a year, and she was like leaving my house one morning, and I was just like, I'll miss you, babe. And she was a Pisces, so she was really fucking moody. And so she turned around, she was just like, you better learn how to miss me, and then left. And I was just like, what did I do? And so I was just like, this happened with my girlfriend. And I don't even remember what my mom said, but she was like, you should tell her that she needs to learn how to miss you if she's going to act like that. And then I took it, and then we broke up. So, but that was probably going to happen anyway, but, you know.
Isn't that good advice then? Because you aren't with this person anymore?
I was, I have to feel like I was getting dumped either way. Just kind of a, you know, just a weird hunch.
Yeah, the signs were there.
The signs were there. Yeah.
Nicole, do you have any questions for our panel?
No, but my advice generally is break up with him.
Oh, my advice is always break up.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Especially like you're like people in like their 20s or 30s. I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, you know, like, yeah, absolutely break up is always my advice.
Yeah, I was in my last relationship for like 5 years, and now I'm team breakup.
Do people still break up in real person, or is the breakup text the norm now?
No, I was broken up with in person.
In person?
Yeah.
I think the text is norm now, though.
The text
People
is norm?
are busy, you know. I've seen breakups
on their way to another person.
Yeah. I've seen breakups via like Twitch stream, just anything, any way to get a message across. I've seen Snapchat so people can't hold the evidence. I don't know if you've heard of Be Real, but I've seen people having a good day and they're like, "Hey, I'm breaking up because of this day." So good. So it's everywhere.
Just gonna put on the record right now that if somebody dumps me through text ever, I will dox them.
Ooh.
And they have your phone number.
Yeah.
I've been broken up via text. Nicole, I'm going to assume you've been broken up via text.
Yeah,
Nicole has had bad luck.
I have. I've been broken up with through text. Honestly, I'd rather have that than making the effort to like put on makeup, go out, and get there, and it's a breakup. I'm like, could you just have like sent me a memo?
Yeah, I got dumped on a Valentine's once. Not that big a deal. I was kind of already like, we'll see where this goes. It was like a short period. But like just because I love doing things, like made a whole little indoor picnic and like had just a real fancy setup. And then they were like, I think we should talk. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then I just looked at everything I did and I go, I'm awesome. This doesn't bother me at all. I have a picnic. I get to enjoy all of it on.
Very well.
But yeah, text would have been nice because then I wouldn't have had to make it for two people.
Since we're on the subject of breakups, and I'll start this off, but I would like to know about each and every one of us. I'm a bad breaker-upper. How about you?
Like getting broken up with,
Like-
or doing it.
Like no, like once I get dumped, I'm pretty dramatic, and I'm like,
man, it's.
I'm not. This is gonna. You thought you were just gonna pull the Band-Aid off and it was gonna end tonight. It's not.
No, the last few breakups, I was like, oh, I must be suppressing my emotions, and then months go by and go, oh, I guess I just didn't care. Or you know, my last breakup actually did linger for me a bit, but like there were positives too. I don't know. I'm pretty good at like looking at both sides of stuff. So yeah.
How much do I want to tell strangers?
Yeah. This is saved online.
It is.
Sounds like a bad breaker-upper to me.
I always want to try to stay friends after, and then that doesn't. I've got a low success rate. We'll put it that way.
Is
Yeah.
it you or them?
Well, I mean, as much as I want to say it's them, I am the common denominator, so it might be me.
You're brave. Thank you for being honest.
Yes.
Nicole?
I turned into HR real fast. Regardless of who did the breaking up, I'm like, number one, please come get your things, this and this. And I end with like, best of luck in all your future endeavors.
Do you have the box just like HR?
When you said I turned to HR, I thought you meant like you quickly go to HR to report this. I didn't realize you meant like tone-wise. Okay, that's better.
My worst nightmare is working with someone that I live with.
Yeah. Well, going back to the breakups and your HR and you have their box ready, you ever keep something that's just kind of cool? Like, I'm keeping this.
Not really. I kind of want to reset and like cleanse myself.
Yeah, you want nothing? Yeah. All right.
Do you ever do the thing like change your text tone so it doesn't even sound familiar anymore when getting messages from them? No. Hot advice if you're going through a bad breakup.
All right. Okay. Should we jump into these letters?
I think we should. Anybody want to do letter 1? It's like 3 lines long.
Yeah, but it's 3 great lines.
They are.
Frankie, you want me to? Okay.
That's slick.
Yeah. I've been going with a girl for 2 years and can't get her to say yes. What should I do? Signed, Joe. Do we read the answer right away?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then, dear Joe, what's the question?
I love it because this guy took the time to write this. Well, it's a short letter to Abby, and he's waiting for a response, and he gets back 3 words.
Yeah.
And a question mark.
The opposite of an answer, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was another question. So this is 1958. So they've been going. He's been going with the girl for 2. So what's been going on for 2 years? Just making out? Just hand under the what's? Because she won't say yes. Are we assuming that the yes is sex? Let's.
I thought it was marriage.
Well,
marriage?
Looking at the date, 1958, isn't that when courtship was a thing before like being a couple? Like, we are just on dates.
Yeah, so
but
for
we
2
are
years,
not
were they
a
just
couple.
like Sandy and Danny at the drive-in?
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah. So do you think? Well, let's establish. Okay, so like, what do we say? What do we think that yes is? Is yes to marriage or yes to hooking up? And
All
2
of the
years.
above.
All of the above.
Yeah. Well, typically one leads to the other, and sometimes it's the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
But I would hope it's marriage and not that because it says and can't get her to say yes. Not that, like that implies he is asking over and over and over. And I just feel more comfortable if it was just marriage, which, is only a legally binding contract.
I wish I knew what part of the country this was from.
I do too, but I actually give her credit because given the time this came out, women couldn't have checking accounts, they couldn't own property. So you kind of married just to like be able to have something, and this chick, Joe has nothing and she knew it.
Then this is like New York, and this woman is wealthy, like comes from a wealthy family, doesn't need to be married.
Oh.
It's Gloria Vanderbilt.
That's right.
Yeah. Maybe she's just waiting for him to learn how to finish a statement. That's it. He probably keeps asking her to say yes, and she's like, what's the question? I think maybe he thinks he's dating Abby.
Uh-huh.
And he can't even get Abby to say yes right here. He's just bad at questions. So while we're sitting here going, well, what is the question? I don't think he even knows.
Do you think they stayed together? Anybody?
Ooh, that's a great question. Did they stay together? I'm gonna say yes, and she still hasn't said yes.
They also might be dead, looking at the time frame.
Then he died sad, but not lonely.
Yeah.
He died with unanswered questions.
That's how you stay eternal.
Any other thoughts on this 4-line?
I thought it was brilliant.
Me too.
Yeah, good job, Nicole.
Thank you.
Nicole researched and found all the letters this week.
Yes, I bought this old Dear Abby book at a yard sale, and some of the stuff in there is like pretty much every letter I've done on this show I've gotten from that book. It's insane. Like letter number 2. Anybody down to read that one? If not, I'll read it.
Did you want to read? I kind of want to read it.
You can read that one then.
Is that cool? Okay. Dear Abby, my boyfriend is 17 and he's a decent boy, but he's starting to look like a hood. He let his sideburns grow and wears tight jeans with a metal studded jacket. When I want to go out when I want to go out with him, we have the biggest fights at home because my father says he looks like a juvenile delinquent. How can I convince my parents that this boy just wants to look like the rest of the gang and is not a juvenile delinquent? Signed, Sally. Dear Sally. Hold on. Let me get ready to turn the page. I don't
Build the suspense.
Yeah, I don't want.
They had to wait for the answer, so do you.
Dear Sally, don't let this junior hood pull the wool over your eyes. If he is decent and respects you, he will get a haircut, ditch the jacket, and wear trousers he can sit down in.
Sounds like an emo kid, actually.
No, I thought that this was Cherry Balance wanting to date Pony Boy.
This might be Gerard Way. Like,
this is I really thought Abby was gonna come with some like he's a respectable boy, your parents, but no, Abby went full Karen on us on this kid, and even said pants he can sit down in. What do you think of this advice, Milk?
I'm big on semantics, so there's a few things I've been noticing here. Like, wants to look like the rest of the gang, not look like he's in a gang. This is implying he is in a gang and wants to look like the rest of them, but he's not the juvenile delinquent in the gang. Like, they have an exchange program or something.
This is 1958, so I mean, how bad could the gang have been?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's like West Side Story where they're all like,
Yeah, they're like dance fighting.
Yeah, it's almost just a jazz band back then.
Yeah. Well, okay, so what advice would you have given? Your dear Abby, they write in, what is your advice to Cherry Balance? I'm changing her name to the Soch from The Outsiders.
Yeah.
Who obviously liked Pony Boy, but wouldn't talk to him at school the next day.
guess what my advice is?
What's your advice?
Break up.
Yeah.
Milk, what's your advice?
Or
do you like the advice Abby gave?
I don't like the advice Abby gave.
Okay,
it
good,
assumes
good.
a lot because it says to respect Sally, and sounds like it's Sally's parents that care. My main bit of advice is lose the studs on the jacket, because I think metal was pretty poisonous still. Like, there's a lot of lead in there. You don't have to break up if he wears that jacket long enough.
Right, or maybe he wouldn't be able to have children.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to bear children. Yeah.
Frankie, what would you say?
I don't know. So I'm still trying to kind of sort out how I feel about this one because, like, on the one hand, my dad has been like a long-haired hippie like his whole life, and he was in a conservative town. He got a lot of shit for it, and so I think about like somebody giving like my dad's high school girlfriend that advice, and I get defensive. But then I remember that my dad was like, for many decades, a drug dealer, and I'm like, well, then maybe Abby was onto something actually. But then I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but that means he's an entrepreneur at a young age. Like, 1958, that is good income. That's better than minimum wage.
That's yeah.
That's jacket money.
Yeah.
With studs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the cocaine was still in coke.
Yeah. Chemistry? See, I'm pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
Abby doesn't know how much is involved to be in a gang at this time period. There's a
this
lot
letter-
of skills.
So this letter's kind of hitting close to home. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're glad that they didn't take Abby's advice.
And Frankie, do you want to do 3 or 4?
I can do 3.
All right.
Dear Abby, my wife thinks she's an expert at everything, but it has cost me over $500 in doctor bills. Not to mention the pain she must have suffered, but she'll never learn. She puts on wallpaper herself, repairs the plumbing, paints the ceilings, and prunes our trees. I'm afraid my little do-it-yourself expert will do everything herself, including killing herself one of these days. How do I put a stop to this? Signed, her husband.
Wait. I want to call out how this gentleman laughed at the first line. My wife thinks she's an expert at everything, and he went.
I laughed at the $500 part. I would love a bill of only $500 from the doctor.
1958.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like $5,000 today in today's money.
Yeah. It's
Well,
crazy money.
Well, we do math. What's the right answer?
Do you expect me to know off the top of my head the exchange rate for the money?
I meant Abby's answer while we do math.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going down.
Okay.
I'm delegating.
Dear husband, tell your expert that you appreciate her desire to save your money, but the only skill you want her to demonstrate is that which it takes to use the telephone. When a job needs doing, use the yellow pages of your directory and call in a real expert. Pay him. It's cheaper.
Do you know what a phone book is?
Do we know what phone book
I'm
is?
just joking there.
No.
No, they used to be huge.
Yeah.
And they used to be like you. I don't, because I did this. You used to be able to go into the library. You probably still can go into the library, and you could look at phone books like for every year, like going back into like the 40s, like however long that library was around, and you could just look up people's. Like you used to just be able to open a book and get someone's phone number. What world was this?
Yeah, now you have to get them to click a link to steal their IP address. That's.
I just want to say I would appreciate this woman. She seems very resourceful, saving money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more can we
I
ask
would
for?
appreciate it. I think she like grew up in a frugal home, right? Didn't have a lot, was trying to stretch the budget, and was just like, well, we could do it at home. This is one of those we have McDonald's at home people.
I think instead of getting her to stop, just get her to go to like a small first aid class, so then she can, do the repairs for herself at home also. Are you curious about the exchange rate though?
I saw you typing. So
Yeah,
now I
yeah.
wanna know.
Any bids?
Wait, okay, so 500 in 1958.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say today that would be $1,783.
No. Anyone else? Any guesses?
I'm gonna guess actually closer to 50,000.
Not quite.
I saw it.
Oh. Yeah. So according to in 2013 dollars.com, but still for the year 2024, it is $5,368.96.
There's no way that the average salary. So what was the average salary in 1958?
Well, I don't want to be that sad. I don't want to look up how well they were doing.
Hey Siri, what was the average salary in 1958? Income of families, United States, 1950.
Oh, you don't even have the voice, Siri?
No.
I thought we were going to have a fifth guest.
Oh, there's too much going on here. It was not a lot. Okay. Anyway, I think that was a yearly. I don't even think there's no way that was a yearly salary in 1958. Not for frugal people doing it themselves.
What do you think, Frankie?
See, I have a nagging sense that we have like an unreliable narrator here because he's talking about his wife in the 1950s. I feel like she's been DIYing stuff for a while. She got one injury and he went, "My wife's a fucking idiot."
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. Milk, what do you think the probabilities are that this guy is just
Yeah,
buttering the
I have
biscuit
to
a
agree
little
with
bit too
Frank.
much?
Yeah, I think there might be some exaggerating. I think there's a good chance he started these projects and she went in to fix it. Like water's already squirting. She goes in, gets hurt, and actually finishes the job. Real firefighter. Yeah. Yeah. Was it $50? Which was, I don't know,
Felt like
my
500.
college tuition after inflation.
Yeah. Why isn't he fixing stuff?
Yeah.
This is 1958. What kind of man are you? It was 58. You can say stuff like that.
He's like, that broad can fix all the things in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the greatest guy. He doesn't believe in education. He says she'll never learn. Well, what? Women can learn, sir.
She should actually go to nursing school.
Yeah. Circled back. Yeah.
Do you think they stayed married, or do you think they got divorced?
It depends if she went to law school.
You think she served him herself?
Yeah.
You got served. They didn't say anything about children. They probably would have home birthed in the backyard under a full moon.
I'm guessing that actually she killed him, but made it look like an accident as like one of her projects. You know, like, oh, he fell out of the tree.
Yeah, she's like, I shouldn't have been doing my silly projects.
I was repairing the chainsaw and it just got him.
No, you know what would be great if like she didn't kill him, but she accidentally, like, there was like this horrible accident that chopped his tongue off and he couldn't talk anymore. And then she just told the story always of like how he messed up. He's like, that's how I want this to end.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think, Frankie?
Oh, my answer's sad. Let's not do my answer.
Let's absolutely do your answer.
Yeah, that's, I think, yeah.
Okay, so what happened is that she could finally get a bank account in like 1976, but by that point she was in her 50s, and she went, well, I'm a woman in my 50s. It's too late for me. I'm just gonna stay. I warned you.
That was hella sad.
But then eventually he died, and she got a Boston roommate, whatever it is. Gay. Gay joke. Okay.
Her best friend, quote unquote.
Yes.
Did you say a Boston roommate?
Yeah, I can't remember. It was Boston marriage, Boston.
I never
whatever.
heard that. Well,
yeah.
Okay, learned something new tonight.
Can I tell a quick story?
Tell it.
So my ultra-Catholic grandmother sold the house after my grandpa died, and she's like, oh, the best women are moving in. One of them teaches at an all-Catholic high school. It's a gym that she teaches, and the other one's a police officer, and they're best friends. I'm like, sure, Grandma. I'm sure they're just best friends. Nothing else.
High school teacher and a police officer?
Yes. A gym teacher in high school.
Did she say anything about their haircuts while we're like?
They give each other haircuts.
Yeah, yeah. And they repair all the plumbing themselves and don't write in for advice.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything fit in their cute little Subaru.
Any final thoughts for the third letter?
I feel like Abby should be on the side of the wife here, given the times, you know. But I'm not surprised because I've seen this show. This is not the first time where Abby's like, well, women can't do things. And it's like, hold on, Abby. Hold on.
Yeah, Abby.
So Abby's consistently a pick me, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A pick me and a write me.
Rightful leadership. Sorry.
All right, should we move on to letter number 4?
Sure. This one is a doozy.
Okay, this is you, right?
Letter 4, written before 1958. Dear Abby, I am a young, intelligent, beautiful, and talented young woman of 21. I'm engaged to a wonderful man. He considers me pure and innocent, but I've recently been intimate with his best friend. And this best friend threatens to expose me if I don't agree to continue our relationship after I'm married. I love my fiancé and don't want to risk our future. What do you advise? Signed, Helen. Dear Helen, gather all your intelligence, beauty, and talent and tell the best friend, parentheses, this is a friend, and parentheses, no dice. I doubt if he will make good his threat to expose you. But if he does, as they say in Latin, volti non fit injuria, or you ask for it.
Is that accurate? Did we fact check the Latin?
I should talk to Damien before this.
You can't trust Google Translate. I'm assuming that's what Abby's using.
Do they even have Latin in Google Translate?
Oh, probably. I thought you were going to ask if they had Latin in 1958. Yeah.
I agree with Abby, but it makes me kind of sad to think of the time where, you know, women really didn't have a whole lot of freedom to do things like you. Well, I guess
like
now,
cheat? What?
Well, I guess now, I mean, it's hard to go to the police anyway, and I won't get into like the social aspects of things.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like you would have more options, or maybe just have like her older brother beat the crap out of the best friend. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like there were a lot of family pressures to defend like the younger women in your life back then, so she probably had options that way.
She sure had options. Sorry.
Again, semantics, as I'm always caught up though. I am young, intelligent, beautiful, talented, young. I feel like
You said young twice.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Well, this is a written letter. I feel like you have the time to correct typos.
Actually, now that maybe it was the typo was me. Now that I think about it.
Oh.
I'll have to fact check when I get
How
home.
often does that happen?
Call Abby.
Well, I have to type up 4 letters.
It's not copy paste
I wish.
from the book.
You're all just getting screenshots.
Yeah. I see. You can't just pull this from Abby's webpage or MySpace, I guess.
I use voice memo and read the letter, and then the voice memo types it for me.
I think that's more room to mess something up. I can't read
I
to
don't
save my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You heard me read the first letter. Half of those words were wrong.
They were such big words.
Yeah.
What do you think these people stayed married? How successful was their marriage? Or did she divorce him 10 years down the road and hook up with the best friend?
Hold on, stay. They didn't even get married yet.
They didn't get married?
Not yet. This
No?
is engaged.
So do you think they got married, or do you think their engagement ended? And how did it end? This could go all over the place.
I mean, we know it does end, as all marriages do.
Well, it's like, yeah.
The hope is just she's not young twice anymore when it ends.
I actually want to think, you know how they say in weddings, if anyone objects, please stand up or whatever?
Mhm.
I don't think the best friend did that and like had proof or something. I don't know.
Given the times, his proof could be it happened. And so,
Yeah.
You know, he could have been like, and she's a witch. You know,
Oh yeah.
it's not my fault. She cast a spell that gave me an erection.
I need to learn that spell. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's a potion now, and it's pressed into a little blue pill. I don't know. I want to be. It's the last letter of the show. I want to be optimistic and think it's a polycule.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the beginning of, yeah, maybe? Do you think they went from
Yeah,
maybe this letter's from Utah?
Why Utah?
I don't know. I just said it.
No reason.
Why do you have a map and timeline of polygamy over there?
I don't know. So you think that they made it work and kept everyone happy?
I mean, that's what my heart thinks.
Yeah, I like that.
I think realistically, just like Abby said, like, you know, the friend's not going to call it out. He's just making a power play.
Uh-huh.
And he's probably been belittled by the other guy his whole life. And
Ooh,
as soon
he got that one up on him?
Well, he thought he did. And then as soon as the marriage happened, they go, does anyone object? He goes, oh, I was sitting weird. Go on. And then died sad.
Do they still really say that at weddings? Does anyone object to this? Does that, like, all of us are like, ooh.
I've never seen it though, and I want to see it.
It depends on how much you pay the priest. So otherwise they might gloss over that real quick.
Yeah, the priests are paid by the word of God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this letter?
Yeah, Frankie, what do you think? Are you on the side of the cheater?
No, I'm Team Thruple. Yeah, it's not ethical, non-monogamy clearly, but
yeah,
that's fine. Everybody's allowed to be a little toxic as a treat.
Yeah. All right. I think they all lived. I'm gonna say they all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least until their 30s.
Who knows? This young woman who is young might be Stephanie Myers. This could have been what led into Twilight. And she sees the error of her ways, so her protagonist just doesn't sleep with them. But, I mean, I see the flags in here. Jesse, you look like a big Twilight fan, right? Do you see it?
No, I did not see it. I'm glad I give a Twilight vibe.
Yeah.
I don't like vampire romance type things, but more so the writing in the books is terrible. Like the syntax is awful. Like she doesn't have commas where they should be. Just that bothers me.
Like she says young twice?
Perhaps.
All the clues are there.
It's all there. It's all there. All right. Are we done with these letters?
Yeah, I think it's time for plugs. What you got going on, Jesse?
Tomorrow we have a very special edition of the book report. It's like a little telenovela mini reunion. Janae Loverain is going to be our guest, and so and we're gonna because like we just want to spend extra time talking with Janae. Normally we have 2 guests and they do 2 book reports, but tomorrow we're just gonna have Janae, and Dana and I are each gonna do a book report. So I'll be doing an improv scene tomorrow. I make my triumphant return to improv tomorrow after my 6-year hiatus. I don't know.
What time is that?
Tomorrow, 7:00 here at Stab Comedy Theater, and I like follow my Instagram JR2ill. I am producing a show at the Callback Bar on Cinco de Mayo that we haven't sold any tickets for yet, but we'll sell them. I'm not. It's like 2 months away, but and I think that's all I really have going on right now. Yep, that's it.
What's up, Milk? What you got?
I don't know. I'm just kind of here at Stab, always looming in the background. You can find me on all social media as MilkMyth or just milkmyth.com. And yeah. Oh, and I'm always trying to do something here online only, stabtv.com, every Thursday night. So you don't have to go to open mic unless you want to and give a killer set. So, yeah.
Frankie, what you got?
Yeah, I'm similarly just around. I'm at ups and non-binary on multiple parts of the internet. Were you gonna say something?
I was going to say, if you want to see Frankie and I.
Oh, that's right. We just signed up for Dual Duel.
Say,
yay!
So that's going to be on Stab throughout.
Talk about the Dual for a second.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
so-
all the information about that. Yeah, Frankie, you want to start?
Yeah. So it's a tournament style improv thing where teams of 2 are going up against each other. And then I don't actually know what the winner gets. It's improv, so I'm assuming
Notoriety.
around $5,
Hope debt.
but, yeah.
Yeah, and so
they get hated by everyone. It's improv. It's theater, kids.
If you want to catch that, the first set is March 24th, and then it just
do
goes
you have
from
there
there.
like what some of the teams are?
No. So signups end tonight midnight. We got in at the last second. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Save the best for last, as they say.
Is Dual going to be a recurring thing? Like, is it a monthly show now, or is it just kind of popped up and we're gonna see how it goes?
Not quite monthly, but I know that this isn't the first Dual.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the 5th. And I mean, it will be going for several months for each round. There's a total of 16 teams so far.
Wow.
And then after that, then there'll be some improv cage matches. So yeah, the theater's going to get a hell of a lot more improv.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nicole?
I am on pretty much everything at Nicole is Just Okay. I have this show every 3rd Saturday at 10:15, and I also have a show next week, also at 10:15 on Saturday, called Power Play, where we improvisers make up you were on the first one I did, actually. It was really bad back then, though.
Oh, yeah, the PowerPoint show, yeah.
We made it much better. Improvisers have to make a presentation based off random slides we have up here, and they are not usually nice slides. I also write for malevolentdark.com, which is a horror website. I just wrote an article about why the new Crow movie is going to suck. And yeah, that's about it.
Wait, another Crow movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer and I wanted to throw my laptop. It was just awful.
Oh, I hate to hear that. I was really excited for it.
Yeah. Well, anyone got anything else?
They have a trailer. I just saw like the still shot from it, and that was enough to like sadden me. But there's a trailer? All right, I'm
Yes.
gonna look for it.
I wrote they made Bill Skarsgård look like a Post Malone, and I forget who else. Oh, Jelly Roll's douchey nephew.
I'm more excited about your article than the movie.
Yeah.
The article's gonna do better than the movie.
yeah. Where is the best place to write reviews for your article?
I will send you the link.
Okay.
Once it gets
Awesome.
published.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. You get to keep the letters.
Good. It's on my iPad.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
Well,
for having
you,
us
everybody.
on.
Thanks for being in the audience. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
for showing
Jesse.
up. Everyone have a good night. I hope you come back tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, that's the end of the programming for this evening. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching at home. We do have the book report, obviously, tomorrow, 7 o'clock. followed by the last of the Sunday Stab open mics. So if you want to check that out, or just check out stabcomedytheater.com. All right, good night, everybody.
They took the credit for your second